Hello, we're going to take a look at the last example here for this section. So really set up the same way, solve the triangle. We've got 3 of the sides. I like to be able to visualize it, so I go ahead and draw a triangle, label it ABC. I know that A is 36.5, B is 57.4, and little c is 40. So little c is across from big C. Little a is across from big A, and little b is across from big B. And now it asks us to solve the triangle. So I would encourage you to pause the video and try to solve it on your own. I don't know how it went for you, but if you notice pretty quick, if you're trying to use the law of sines, I don't have a pair, right? I don't have little a, I've got big A. I've got big B, but not little b. And I've got little c, but not big C. So no matter how I set up my law of sines, I'm always missing something. A over sine of 36.5 equals, what am I going to put here? If I put little b, I'm going to have sine of 57.4. I could do that, but I've got 2 variables, and that's not going to work very well. Same thing if you try to use c. Do you see it? I bet you do. We've got 2 angles in my triangle, right? If you know 2 angles, you can find the third. So we can find angle C because we know there's 180 degrees in the angles of a triangle. So if I subtract A and subtract B, that gives me angle C. Angle C ends up being 86.1 degrees. And now that we know angle C, we can now set up our law of sines because we now have a pair here. And so let's take a look. I've got 40 over 86.1. I'll leave this solving for you to work out the details. We end up getting little a is 23.85. We just cross multiply here and then divide to get this. Repeat that same process then for little b. We know that little b divided by the sine of 57.4 equals 40 divided by sine of 86.1. I see I made a mistake here. Sorry guys, let's look back at this. I just put 86.1 here. You probably recognize it should be sine of 86.1. That's what I typed in my calculator. B then, we're going to cross multiply and divide here. We end up getting B is equal to 33.78. And we now have solved the triangle. We've got the 2 new angles here in the new side, along with the 2 angles we already have. And that's the law of sines. So good luck. Please reach out if you've got any questions on the